I just wake up in the morning, then I float. Got the window tinted on it, that's for sure. And we probably buying everything in the store. Double T on my coat. No, I can never go broke. Tonight we ride. Tonight we gon' ride for the folks. You will slide. We on the side with the goats. I'm up in my praise. I'ma just get it and roll. Every day I'm in my zone. She wanna get her a clone. I don't know if I make it home. This is the life I chose. Stick to the models, we up in the VIP. She pullin' up on me to pose. Met it at Eminem, so I feel like I'm ballin' just like I'm D-Rose. Yeah, they said there's no way that you could defeat me. They just be watching me like I'm a TV. Double T on my coat. No, I can never go broke. Tonight we ride.
Zook, we did it!
Yo, what's up, brother? How you doing tonight?
Dude, I'm excited. We've been talking about this for a couple months, and we get to hang out 11 o'clock at night on a Friday. Not saying I'm drinking or anything, but definitely going to race some horses, man. How are you?
I'm doing well, my friend. I'm excited for tonight. Like you've said, we've been talking about it for a while. So it's always fun. It's always fun taking that first step, and you can plan. We have segments planned. We said formats of the show, how it's going to run. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? But I can guarantee we're going to have some fun, and we're going to race some horses, and hopefully we make a little money, right?
I mean, that's the whole point, right? And on top of it, I get to hang out with you all night, dude. Like, you know, I see all your streams, and look, I'm now next to you. What's up, pal? We're doing a show together.
I'm excited. Oh, my camera's actually the opposite way.
Yeah,
So
I know. I always end up going the wrong way.
But no, I could talk Zed for hours. I could talk Zed all day, all morning, all night. Over the past few weeks, we've been talking, hanging out virtually. I consider you a close friend of mine. So, as I said behind the scenes, what's better than doing something you love with someone you love on a Friday night and having a little fun at the same time?
Right. And what's great for me, bro, is the fact that I race these horses with just the fact of just racing them for fun and, you know, being able to tap in with you. And we got Dylan available too. Like, I feel like I'm going to learn something as well while doing this show and know that, okay, all that money you're throwing away just racing things is probably not the best route to go. So this is a learning curve for me every Friday. I'm excited, man.
No, this collaboration a long time coming. Not only you, but I think the Knights of Degen community as a whole, just with Zed, has always been a seamless, like, duh. Most people in the Degen community have stables, had stables, know of Zed, know someone that is involved with Zed and have thought about it. So what better way than to start putting on a little show for the people and coming together for the community?
Yeah, I mean, and what's funny was I remember the night that I was like, man, I should reach out to Zook. I think this will be a good idea. I realized a lot of the Knights of Degen constantly being like, hey, when can we race a horse? Hey. And it was always like 11 o'clock, midnight. You got the guys getting home, right after work, a couple of drinks. They're like, let's race a horse. And I'm like, why don't we have a show with our Zed community too? Like, the ZedHeads are real in the Knights of Degen. So it just seems like a perfect fit, bro. So good.
When we talked about when we were kind of planning the time, we both thought that this was a really good time. Like you just said, at this time on this night, a lot of people are coming home. Zed's a fun thing to do after you've been out with some friends and you return home. So it's going to be very, very exciting to see how this goes.
Dude, I'm excited. We've got a lot of segments. I mean, we got a lot of things that, you know, I'm going to throw at you that I haven't told you about for fun, right? See what people think. And, you know, I mean, I don't want it to be one of those shows where it's all like complete structure. Let's have this written out, Zook. I'm going to say this, and then you say this, Zook. None of that, all right? It's Friday night. I want to have a good time, dude.
Yeah.
What do you think tonight?
To be honest, all the conversations we've had about you telling me the segments and how it's going to be planned, you'll get to know me. I'm just going with the punches. So that's how I roll. I'm excited for that. The ecosystem itself lends itself to, you got one thing you think is going to happen, they throw a curveball at you, you got to be ready to adjust on the fly, but that's the addicting part of it. So right. I think we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. What do you say we get to racing?
Nah, bro. Tonight we ride.
Let's go. Let's do it.
All right. So I think what we need to do tonight is we put up a competition where people were able to name the new bred baby that we came to life, right? And we put it up to the community. They were submitting their names. Everybody voted on it, and we had a winner. So tonight we're going to race the discovery races for Her Majesty. But before we jump into it, I just wanted to give a shout out to the winner of our new horsey. Tonight We Ride, episode 1, and I want to start off by saying, congratulations, Sir Hacker! What a great name! Took the championship dub with Her Majesty. Such a good name. I mean, honestly, I looked at the voting, and before it was even done, it was like a runaway vote. You had a 97 to like 51. It was a no-brainer. It was the winner. Sir Hacker, so excited to say congrats, bro. You win $50 of pony money, run around, go race some horses. First episode of Tonight We Ride, and super excited to give a shout out to Sir Hacker. Bro, I love my 3D night.
That was good. That was good. No, a great name, a worthy winner, and a horse I think we're going to have a lot of fun discovering tonight.
All right. Well, you know what? You want to go ahead and ride one now? Do we have one that we can jump into and watch?
Yeah, let's watch this race that actually just finished. So we won't go into breaking down the horse yet. I'll go down to breaking the parents, the lineage, what I think about the breed, but we can watch this race first.
All right. So this is Her Majesty's first little discovery race. All right. Good. I didn't get to see the results either. Good.
I didn't see the results. We didn't see if anything with flames happened, but I'm not going to click on the horse because it will say
what place it was and all that.
Yeah, because it already happened. The one thing I can say is no flames in a sprint, which obviously when you enter a race, you're looking for flames, but flames aren't everything. So you go into this race without flames, and there's different things that people think about. I'll get into that after the race. Right now, we can go down the list. Her Majesty in gate 1, clapping, dad rail, forward edge, cobble, don't touch, Zambato, allergic to FUD, Ivo, Kinney, not a filly, Miss Muddy. Like I said off the top, we didn't pull flames.
I gotta tell you though, we definitely got the best looking one though. I mean, that red is so hot.
Beautiful horse name, beautiful horse looking, and not pulling flames doesn't mean anything until we see where this horse finishes. And then I'll talk a little bit about what it all means based on the finish. But as it stands right now, we're a little bit over halfway through. A few horses have pushed. Ours hasn't, but we don't mind that yet.
We got time. So let me ask you, Zook. So like, what's the best strategy when we're doing these discovery races? Is it try like all different distances to kind of find where that horse fits in? Like, what's your strategy?
Well, I always base it off what you do in the Griffin. So right now, as we finish off this race, and Her Majesty is falling back further and further, and this isn't a bad thing, and I'll explain that in a second. So Her Majesty finished in 9th in a race where it didn't pull flames. What you want to hope when something like this happens is that you have a marathon runner. So what I do immediately after this is I say, okay, I didn't get flames in a sprint. I didn't place well. Let's hope that its distance preference is a marathon runner. So we'll go ahead and we can look to see what's left in discovery. And what you want to do is you want to immediately test it at the other one. So I'll find this one's 11 out of 12, which might be nice because it will fill real quick, and we'll see right away if we have flames. Her Majesty, it filled.
Nice.
And we have flames.
Oh, we doing? She's on fire.
You don't get flames and you get do bad because you don't want to finish in the middle because middle is bad, and we'll talk about that as we get further and further into this horse. But finishing to the back, you immediately test the other distance and you pull flames. A really, really, really good type of horse to have in this game is called a manufactured U. And what that means is distance preference comes into play. And at marathons or at sprints, you perform really, really well. And at the other distance, you perform very, very poorly. And why that's good is because you go up or down in classes based on where you finish. And if you have that manufactured U that you know you do bad at certain distances, but do good at others, you can use those bad distances to class down into lower classes, which you then input the horse in paid races at its good distance. And that's about class manufacturing. And those are the horses that people are trying to breed in today's ecosystem.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So how long till this one kicks off?
20 seconds.
20 seconds. All right. So I say we're here. Let's watch this one.
And yeah, let's hop right into this one. I wanted to check just at the opposite distance real quick, and then we could hop over into some other things and keep coming back throughout the night.
2,400, is that right?
This is a 2,400 marathon. Another nice thing about this is as Zed's tournaments currently stand, the marathon funnels for daily races, the playoffs are all 2,400 meters. So if you have 22 or 26, and that's your good distance that you qualify for the marathon, you get placed in the 24 no matter what. So for some horses, that's tough. For me specifically, it kills me because my best horse in my personal stable is a 2,000 meter runner. So I qualify in the mid runner running 2,000, but then it gets put in the 1,800 because that's the only distance for the tournament. So the distance within the funnel is extremely important because the playoffs only happen at a single of those three distances.
Gotcha. All right. So we definitely want this one to kick butt in 24.
Yeah. Yeah. Because then we go right into daily tournaments going forward.
Nice. All right. So let's see. We got Doughboy, we got Z5, Air Biscuit, Her Majesty, how you doing? Beverly Diver, Broadside Trojan or Die Hibernates. What else we got? Princess Star, all right. Yeah, I'm not gonna even try. Elephantiasis. Yeah, I have nothing.
Sometimes people will name horses and they'll be on stream and they'll be in the chat and they'll be like, yo, what's the name of this horse? And they're like, I literally have no idea. So whatever you say is what it sticks. So you'll realize, especially in discovery races and griffies, that's kind of the power that you'll have, however you pronounce the name. Because however other people will pronounce the name.
That's why I leave it to the Knights community. Yeah, I leave it to the Knights community. We'll let them vote for every one of them and it doesn't fall on me, all right? All right, cool. I see we got people showing up in the chat. What's up, guys? Feel free to type away, interact. We're here to hang out, everybody, tonight. If you don't have your drinks in hand, you're doing something wrong. Go take care of that. We have more than enough races to hang out tonight. How you doing? No, all right, so how's she doing here? Let's see. Intent now. What? Halfway through now?
And nothing happens for the first half of a marathon.
Right. Yeah.
Let's all just call this
so long.
But you're just filling airtime for the first half. I always think the magical distance is 1,000 meters, right? No matter what the distance is of the race, when it gets to 1,000, I start looking and a shape starts to form, and you see it here. Doughboy's going, Her Majesty's falling back.
It's all right. She's got time. This is the one she's going to make us happy. Come on, girl. You can do it.
The break isn't great. But we got to hope that it broke early enough. Potentially can podium.
Come on. So by the end of discovery, is that when we kind of start to find out if we've got a stud or a dud, pretty much?
It all depends on how we play discovery and how people play discovery, and allow me to touch more on that in Zookonomics.
Oh, I cannot wait for Zookonomics. Yes, we'll be all right.
Because it's a loaded question. It's genuinely it's the number one question on Novus Earth in the Zed world right now. So it deserves a conversation and a good answer. So
100%,
we'll get to that because it's interesting.
All right. So what she pull us here? A 5?
A 5 is a score with flames, where I'll get more into it at Zookonomics, but we're probably going to run this horse back at sprints and hope it does extremely bad.
Okay.
And I know it's a weird thing to talk
No,
about.
this is what you're here for.
Again, we'll get and see that's funny. I love your reaction because we didn't discuss any of this beforehand. And me saying that, you go, okay, that sounds like the opposite of what you're supposed to do. But yeah, Discovery is they made Discovery in such a way where you may be rooting to come in last depending on the type of horse that you have. And I'll leave it at that for now.
All right. No, that's cool. All right. So I want to share this with everybody. So our intro song, man, I mean, that song is so fire. All right. And you know what? I had a chance to hook up with Pick Patek, the artist that wrote the exclusive track just for us, just for this show. And I want to go ahead and share the interview with everybody. Check it out. You got to admit, that beat is fire. How blessed are we that we were able to connect with artist Pick Patek to knock this track out of the park? Now, I can talk about how great it is all night long, but I figured what better than getting straight to the source. Yo, what's good, Pick?
What's good? How are you doing, Jigga?
Bro, how could I not be doing good? That intro hits and the show kicks off. Oh, my gosh. Bro,
Facts.
yo, number one, the first time we got to talk, I was like, yo, you want to do a track? You were like, sure.
Yeah, why not?
Bro, I didn't know you were going to kill it like that, man. How did it all come together? Like, what got the juices flowing, bro?
I mean, honestly, what happened was I made the beat on like a Twitch live stream. So I was like, you know what? Like, I have to, like, whatever like it was my first Twitch live stream too. So I was like, whatever happens here, like, this beat has to be fire. So like, because I'm making it live, like there's no way I'm going to spend an hour making something that's trash. So like before the live stream, I went through and I literally picked out all the instruments I was going to use, like all the different synths, because I was like watching the videos and shit. And like, I've seen the horse races before. So I was going for like, you know what I'm saying? Like super futuristic, like synthy type shit. So I was like, I'm gonna just find all the sounds that like remind me like visually of like this sort of like post-apocalyptic virtual horse racing and whatever. And like that's kind of how it just came together, just like playing like little small melodies and just like adding stuff, sampling it, resampling it until it kind of just like sounded, you know, how I wanted it to sound. And
dude, I checked in on when you went live that night. I was like, oh, it said you started the Twitch channel that day. Yeah. I was like, first follower. I was like, let's get to work.
No, literally.
I was like, okay, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. So let's talk about your music, man, because obviously, number one, thank you so much for an exclusive track for us on this show. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better result, bro. Like that beat. But the lyrics themselves, like, I'm telling you right now, you got my kids playing that stuff because they hear it in the house all day. Yeah. They're like, ToKnight We Ride. I'm like, what the heck y'all doing? I was like, why you? So that's where we at, Pick. But
that's fire.
About your music, bro. Like, what are you doing now? I know you're trying to, you know, take the career to the next level. Where we at?
Yeah. I mean, right now, I'm just making as much music, as much fire music as possible. Releasing, I just dropped this one video and song called ADHD. We've basically been releasing music like every like month and a half for like the last year at this point. Right. And this year we're kind of gearing up to do some bigger things. I can't get too much into it, but
it's all right. We'll hold off.
Nah, like there's definitely like, you know, just trying to like improve and grow as much as possible. And, you know, like I record every day. So it's like to do this, it was just like, oh, this is what I'm doing today. Like I'm gonna just make a song for this instead of just making a song. And, you know, I was like, I heard just say ToKnight We Ride in the song. And I was like, all right, let's go with it.
You got it.
Yeah,
man. So obviously, I mean, we got to think of the future of this song now, right? We need to talk about making a video. Like we need to get together off record here, bro. Like we need to
make some
ToKnight We Ride needs to be, you know, top of the game right now. And I think, you know, me maybe dressed up in a night outfit, I'll just come hang out, make it real weird for you. Bro, so just so everybody knows, they can follow you. Is it right there in your handle at Pick Protect right there?
Yes, sir. At Pick Protect on Instagram, on Twitter, on Twitch, on pretty much everything is at Pick Protect. On TikTok, it's at not Pick Protect. But there's a weird story with that. But everywhere else, it's Pick Protect.
All right. Well, then we're gonna have to bring you back to have the weird story about that right there, man.
Yeah, part 2.
Bro, seriously, so excited that we get to jam and use this track every week. The community is in love with it. I'm thinking we might have to do some like TikTok contest with your beat.
Oh, yeah.
People make some videos. Let's make sure that song gets stuck in everybody's head, dude.
It's
Thanks
catchy,
to
bro.
you. It is, bro. And thanks to you, this show. I mean, just the intro. I don't even have to come on camera at this point. I'll just play the graphics,
literally.
play your track, and I'm out. Like, that's
And then
it.
boom.
Such a good dude, man. Like, how could you not want to jam to that?
Fire.
Like,
Yo, I'm
that
like your
intro-
kids. I'm like your kids. I'm running around my house and in my car when I first got the track from you, like just playing it over and over and over and over and over again. And I still do. It really is a fantastic opening and song.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. And like you said, I'm doing the same thing, man. Right? Just I have it on. And I'm like, all right, it's not even the graphic. I have the track.
Oh,
I was
it's
like,
a
yeah,
song.
it's
Yeah.
so good. All right, what do you think? Maybe we jump into another race, or do we?
Yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
do another one, right? We got people here ready to watch
Let's
the
do it.
racing.
I brought up the speed analysis on Know Your Horses.
Okay.
And I'm just looking at the 2 distances that we ran so far, and the 1200, the graph is to the left of the average, which is good, and the marathon, we were to the latter side. We were on the other half, which means you're slow. Again, it was one race, so the sample size is too small to even mean anything. But I say we hop in another sprint.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at the distance we ran, and I'm going to see that we ran at 1200. So I'm going to look for a 1000 or a 14 just to mix it up a little bit. Because like you alluded to earlier, it is discovery. So you may want to take this time to run some different distances.
Okay.
But let's stick to the sprint funnel, and we'll sprint to a 1400. Sometimes, and a lot of other people in the community think that 1400 isn't actually a sprint and it's more of a mid-distance. But Zed has described the funnels as what they are. So whether or not it actually is or isn't a sprint, it counts in the sprint funnel of tournaments, which is what we're all playing for. So you have to equate 1400 as you would with 12 and 1000.
Makes sense. Okay. So look, I know it's trying to fill up. I don't want to wait, bro. While this is going, can we jump into a little bit of Zookonomics?
Yeah.
All
And
right. So
it's the perfect time to discuss it because we're here. We're
right.
in Discovery.
So
Zookonomics.
Let's do some Zookonomics. Look at that. You got your own little graphic and everything, bro.
That was dope. I didn't even know I was going to get that. I was like, what's happening? That was sick. My streams are just me kind of hopping around. So anything that's produced as good as this, I'm sitting here all giddy. But Zookonomics. No, today's topic is the triumphs and tragedies of Discovery. I think it's the perfect name to describe what, in fact, has happened with Discovery. If you don't know what Discovery is, I'll give a little bit of a background. Basically, a few weeks ago, Zed reset all the horses and said you have to run 10 races in this new D class to get an ELO rating that then would put you in a class that you would then have to race for. So no matter where you were before Discovery, everyone had 0 out of 10 races and started at the same point. So you can see this new class, all these distances. You can see that we got in one. We got in a 1400 meter that goes off in 1:30. But the thought process with Discovery was there was a lot of good horses stuck in C1. That is what we were talking about before with variance and having the ability to finish last and move to lower classes. Some of these horses didn't have it, but also couldn't compete in C1 anymore. So there was nothing they could do. They were losing money. They were racing every day. So this was kind of a reset to say, let's put all horses back to the beginning. Everyone here is right now. At the same time, if you know a little bit about Zed, the history of the last year has changed so much, back and forth. People have entered at different times. Horses are in different places for different reasons. Let's just start from the beginning and actually discover these races. The problem is some people, problem I put in quotes, the interesting fact is that some people have taken the opportunity to already know what their horses are, right? Because remember, you ran your horses 2,000 times. So they're calling this discovery, but the horses didn't actually reset. They just have to run these first 10 races for the purpose of getting in a new class. So you know if your horse is a sprinter, you know if it's a marathon runner, you know what type of race it was. So some people with sprinters decided to take the opportunity to run all their discovery races at marathoners, get bad in every single race, and get put at a very, very, very low class that they shouldn't be in. Because these discovery
so basically
races,
they kind of tricked the system.
Yeah, and but again, it's you can't hate the player, hate the game. If these people think their best EV, expected value, for these assets is to do that, can you blame them? Because honestly, I'm someone at first, I was a tryhard. I was like, I'm not tanking. I'm running my discovery races as pure as possible. I'm going to go wherever they seed my horses. Any horse with a pulse that's decent ends up, we'll watch this replay so we don't catch it in the middle, ends up in C1, and you can get stuck there. So when that was happening to all these horses that I loved that were in class 4, class 3, class 2 for so long, and they were getting stuck in C1, and I just couldn't play anymore, I had to adopt a strategy that I thought I was never going to have to adopt, and I started doing this and running at these opposite distances. So discovery became a little bit of a sham per se, and allowed for some of these great horses that win $500 races to go into C4 and just absolutely clean up and dominate and destroy. And a lot of people seem to not like it. I'm one of those people that doesn't think it was rolled out perfectly. I think there was a lot that they could have done to improve on it. But the spin zone, and how I'll spin this in a positive light, is they are listening. And what they released yesterday is a C1 incentivized tournament that you have to be in class 1 to be in the tournament. $150,000 prize pool over 2 weeks. It's huge. And what this is doing is they're hoping that this is a big enough prize pool that all the horses that tank discovery and are sitting in class 5, class 4, chipping away at these $2.50 races will move up to C1. And the tournament is paid races only, and it's cumulative. So over those 2 weeks, you can race as many as you want, and you'll keep getting points. It's not an average. So what they're hoping to do is trap these horses all the way up in C1. So not only are you going into C1, you have to run 2 weeks of races in C1 that if you're good, you're gaining points, and you're not only going to the middle of C1, you're going to like the tippy top. So you're stuck in C1 forever, which is good for the game and good for the ecosystem. But I also understand that they do have to do something for the horses up there. They can't trap these horses up there and just leave them stuck. So the people in class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5, class 6 are all fine with this $150,000 going to C1, because what happens is these horses go up, and now the C4 horses that we're losing to these killers can win C4. So even though they're not directly getting the $150,000, it's trickling down into their pockets, because now they're the favorites in their races because the C1 killers are back up there.
Do you think it's actually encouraging people to do it? Are you starting to see? Has it already started? Are people actually making that change and jumping back up like they should?
It's a really, 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 really interesting practice of game theory, where these horses sitting in C4 And I know these people, and we'll have them
Right.
on this show
On the
weekly
show,
to
yeah.
come and discuss stuff like this. But they are sitting down with pen and paper because these are assets that tens of thousands, some hundreds of thousands that they invested in, and they're writing down what they're making a day in these lower classes versus what they could think if they can move up to a C1 tournament this time, and if it happens once a month, bi-weekly, every 2 months, a tournament of this size, what they think they can take in over the course of a year. And it's going to come down to how those calculations come up. As you get to know these people and I introduce them to you, as much as this is a game and we have a lot of fun with it, these people are calculated killers where they don't care if it's C1, C4, in the street, on the parking lot, wherever they get paid the most money to race their horses, that's where they're going to go because that's the name of the game at the end of the day.
That makes sense. So was there a lot of backlash over this in the community? I mean, because I saw a lot of stuff. Like I tuned in a couple of things you've done, and then I saw who was one I saw Chateau, right? So I'm seeing that you've got those that were totally like, oh, this is a big mistake. And then you got those that are like, well, it's working out great for my pocket, right? So is it still that 50-50 split or?
I think the majority of people don't think it was rolled out as well as it could, but also don't think, oh, the game is dead and like it's over. I just think it was just a change of the ecosystem that I don't know if we're better or worse than we were before this happened, but it is a change. And with a change did create a little bit of, you got to learn new stuff. And maybe if you were sitting on the sidelines, you came back in and started playing again. So it did shake trees up. I will give them that. It did really spice things up and change it up. But for a change of this magnitude and what they were trying to accomplish, I think at first people thought it was a miss. But since they did release this C1 tournament 2 weeks ago, which they have a blog on their site and it's around Twitter that I recommend anybody read, I think people realized this is what was needed. And this specifically was what a lot of people were asking for. So not only is it a C1 tournament, which is good, people are happy that they're also listening, which is also great. So more and more, I think they're going to roll out things where they can't put the toothpaste back in the bottle.
Right.
But they can do things to ease it out and make sure that the new horses that go through Discovery do it for a better reason. And at the end of the day, when we're talking in a year or two down the line, most of the horses in the game at that point aren't in the game now. So as long as they set it up where Discovery works properly, we got to take what we can get at this point because it is a lot of fun.
Nice. And we got to make sure that we keep racing dope horses so we not only look good on camera, but we actually bring some money home to the Knights of Degen Kingdom. How you doing?
It's all about the money. It's fun. It's games. You want to have fun with friends, but this is a business. These are horses that do cost money. They're not free, and this is a play to earn space that we are all looking to take advantage with and lining our pockets while we do smile, laugh, and have some fun.
Did that race start, or are we still waiting?
Let's fire it off. If you share my screen, I'll hop over to the replay.
Let's do it.
So this is a 1400. If we remember the first sprint, which was the Griffin, it was another sprint distance, and we finished towards the bottom.
Yeah.
You want to have range. You want to have variance. You want to have a horse that finishes top 3, bottom 3. You don't want to have a horse that's A-shape. A-shape is not good. When I say things like A-shape and grass, I'm always talking about kind of the know your horses drill down.
Okay.
And how this looks. If you see one of my top horses, Dank.
Great name.
U-shape. First and last, which is what you want. It wins,
all right,
and then it loses, which allows you to class down and move down. So these are the graphs that people want. So at the beginning, when you're in last, or you're in 11th, or you're in 10th, you can kind of convince yourself, okay, you're just hitting the back end of that U shape for now.
All right, so we're okay with the U shape for right now.
I'll tell you this. Better off with a 10th or 11th or 12th than anything 4 through 9.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, that does make sense. I understand 100%.
Some people don't love that.
Except with that, what is it? Which one's the one that's the
Pity
daily? Yeah,
The pity point, which was
I've never
today.
been so happy to be in fourth place, bro. Like it happened like 3 times. I was like, oh look, I'm a winner. It was the only time I was excited.
The thing with the pity point that people don't love, and I've been vocal about this, is when you get to the qualifiers and the playoffs, it goes back to you want to finish in first. So I've always thought, like, if you have to come in fourth to qualify, you should then have to come in fourth to also make it in through the playoffs. But it's something that they're working on in the future. I think that they'll get through with that.
Makes sense. All right.
Yeah,
so
I'm in
let's
the
see.
office. I'm in the office. I'm an accountant by day, so this is my busy season. So I'm legit working from like 8 to 6, hopping on stream, doing Zed. It's the tale of two lives right now, and I'm literally having so much freaking fun doing it. Honestly, during busy season, like I'm in the office right now, I appreciate doing this with you so much more because this is my downtime. This is talking horses.
Yeah.
This is my passion, man. And just not being able to do it at all during the day because I'm busy. This is fun as hell. And we're pushing down the stretch with 300 meters left.
Come on, girl. Come on, girl.
Come on.
Do something here.
Come on. Can we jockey it? Can we jockey it? Come on.
Come on, Matt. Oh, where's she going? You're going the wrong way, girl. Come on. Come on. There she goes. There she goes.
All right. Where to go? It went 7th. Let me bring up Her Majesty real quick.
All right. All right.
Her Majesty. Do you have another segment, or do you want me to?
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
No, I can do this at any point because we're going to keep running this horse. But if you have another segment,
for real. So go ahead and get her registered into another one. I want to jump in and bring our boy Dylan on the show. We got a new segment that he's going to be running for us every week. We're going to call it, well, here, let's just check it out.
What is up, guys? It is Dylan. You see me in the Discord as Space Cowboy. Zook's back. That works. He thought he had
what up, brother?
Time. But yeah, I'm Pony Bank. We're just gonna do the weekly recap of how much money we've won with our horses. Yep, here we go. So this is just real quick since we only have a week of running. We don't have a lot, but as this grows, as we get more horses in, these will be a lot bigger. We'll have actual charts show you the weekly growth of the stable, who's the big winners of the week, and stuff like that. But for now, we ran the discovery races for our 3 horses we've been running. Our main horse, Knights of Degen, and then Nighty Night, who's become Jigga's like baby. He loves that horse. And says Sabajack Quartz. We got that from you, right? In a Pony Plug stream, right?
Yeah, Lucky Jack. Yep.
Yeah, so those are the 3 we ran. We ran them all in their 10 discovery races. They all performed pretty similarly, all 6, 7 top 3s. But Knights of Degen, as you can see, I can't remember if it's she or he, so she, I'll go.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. She ended up winning the most for us with 0.024 ETH. That was partially because she ran when ETH was higher, so the amount we won was a higher amount of ETH because of the, But also, we had in the middle of the discovery, she did well enough. She popped off a couple firsts in her first few races. She qualified for one of the daily tournaments and ended up taking second in her quarterfinal. So she got, hold on, I have a number on the other screen. She ended up winning 0.016 on that, which was like, I don't know, like $40 at the time. So over the week, we got $106 out of the 3 horses. And with the breed of the horse, the new horse, Her Majesty, I think that was probably about 100 or so. So we're about break even right now in terms of what we've spent to what we've earned. And we're just going to keep earning more as we grow this stable, especially with the help of Zook here.
Yeah, I'm excited to get my hands on this and start helping out with this. This is important. This as much as we want to have fun and promote the game and just, lay back and do some racing. This is the other side of it, that if you want to get serious in this and you are making an investment in it, you got to track stuff like this. You got to track it as closely as Dylan is right here. Because the splits by horses is extremely important. But as he said, this is the first week. I'm sure when we get to the second week, we'll have a week over week type thing where we're tracking the growth and stuff like that. You really got to keep tabs on it, because if you start having some fun, too much fun, and you don't track what you're doing, you can lose sight of your bankroll. And as my boy I stream with, Doughboy, preaches more than anyone, the name of this game is bankroll management. If you have tight bankroll management, you could stretch 0.1, 0.2 so far in this game if you do it the right way. So you need to see things like this. Dylan, knowing that this week he was basically break even, as general as it is, who knows if it was up 0.05, down 0.01, like knowing generally that he's broken even, that's a very, very important thing to know week over week where you stand, because this game allows for different opportunities such as breeding and selling UU and not even racing it, because you can get a little premium with that. Maybe there's different tournaments going on where you need to breed a little more, so you need to dump some more money in, and there's expected EV on the back. You need to know where your balance sheet lies at all points, because how you play this game can depend on where you stand at every given moment. So showing people this and showing people about how much fun we're going to have on stream, we're going to race these horses, and we're going to put them into fun races, and we're going to challenge people. These are how we're going to track the success of this show, because we want to show people that you can have fun with Zed. You can do whatever you want with Zed. You can have these great tournaments. You can have these great community events, but you can invest money in this and make a little bit of income on the side, which is makes your time worth it.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's definitely that's the big thing. That's basically why we started this show. Yep. The Degens, they wanted to see our horses run. They wanted to see them actually out there making money. And so now we're going to be able to show them that money we're hopefully going to be making.
And this is funny. That chart is funny, because we're talking and I've seen it with stuff I've done. We're talking first week. We're talking just a few horses. We're going to be sitting here in 12 months. And this is going to be it's going to be like 30 horses, 35 horses. We'll probably have Zed nights with mini stables, running three, bloodlines will be taken over by certain nights. Screen. And they'll be coming up, Dylan, with us, and they'll be giving us reports of the week, and then they'll have people working under them. You can really build out an ecosystem where a lot of different stakeholders can make money, and the nights with the community that they have and how the synergies are seamless between the two communities. What an opportunity, and what a chance for the Knights to be on the forefront of creating this type of stable that allows for a bigger type community to get involved with it.
I also want to say, guys, I'm very pleased that, for a whole week of me being the one running these horses, that we were able to kick off the first show in green. Okay.
Yeah, no, he did a great job.
Let me show you how let me show you how it went. It was Zed screen over here, horse races, graphics over here, meeting over here, and people are like, why is he always looking off in the meeting? I'm like, I'm racing horses, leave me alone. So I'm glad I was able to say, hey, we're in the green. Yo, Dylan, appreciate you breaking down what we're doing, and I love that you'll be doing this with us every week. Dude, you're here. You want to stay and hang out on the show with us for the rest of the night? Cool. So let's jump in and see what happened with this next race. Did it happen yet? How we doing?
Wait, Dylan, first I got to ask you, are you in Pittsburgh?
I was in Pittsburgh. I'm in Long Beach now. I moved out here this summer.
Are you a Steelers fan?
I am a Steelers fan.
Let's go. I knew I liked you.
My God.
I knew I liked you, dude.
I had to back out the minute you guys started
from
talking Steelers.
Pittsburgh?
Yo, that was like, no, I'm not from Pittsburgh. I'm like, my dad grew up a diehard Steelers fan, so I'm like a diehard Steelers
Hell yeah.
fan. Yo, there's nothing that just like, I'm fine with saying there's nothing that makes me like a person more than them being a Steelers fan.
Fuck yeah, dude. Pittsburgh travels.
Well, I got to tell you,
Everywhere.
I got to point out that my wife is in the chat,
What
and
race is that? I'm
she
gonna throw a
write-
horse in that race.
she put all about the green, and Zook talking, spoken like a true accountant.
No,
What up, Metaverse? We got Metaverse in the chat. We got Kung Fu D. We got JMPTV in there. We got TGP, King Ka. Everybody, appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight, racing some of these horses. Let's have some fun and see what Her Majesty is doing.
Here, I'm throwing
We're
a
still
horse
waiting
in the
on that
race.
one. Okay, actually, so you know what? I think this is a good time while we're waiting for that one to fill up. I wanted to make sure, guys, that every horse, since we're going to be breeding a lot of these things every month, I thought, we have Zook and Dylan who's going to be racing these things, and myself, but we also need somebody that's going to take care of our horsies, right? You know what? Check this out. Got some exciting news for you guys. We got a new horse. Now, her name is Her Majesty. Got pictures right here for you. From what I've seen, she's fast. She's just running around being a little horsey horse, But she's fast. Trust me, I've been watching. She's top tier prospect amongst us horse people, okay? For those of you unfamiliar with who I am, I'm the greatest stable hand in all of the land, okay? I just want to say I will do whatever it takes to make sure this horse is the fastest horse on the track. I get it. You guys might have some doubts. Well, I'll show you my work. Now, you are a fast horse. You are super fast. You're fast, okay? You're fast. It don't matter what people say about you. You're fast. And you know that. That's why I believe I'm the best stable hand in this part of town. That's all I got today. I'll be taking care of these horses till I can't no more. Treyway, great talking with you. We got ourselves.
I'm a believer that horses, I'm the #1 proponent on Novus Earth that horses have feelings and horses have moods and horses need to be handled and horses know when they're on stream and they're on the spotlight.
Bro, he's giving
$100 race.
motivational speeches. I mean,
I'm with that. That's
Yeah,
an asset. That's an asset.
You see, I knew you'd be on the same page. I'm excited to have Treyway. He's going to give us updates on all of our horses every week, show us what's going on out there at the farm. A lot of these other streamers, I haven't seen anybody actually show us their actual farmland for their Zed horses. So I'm glad we were able to tap in with Trey, man. Great job, Trey. Make sure our horse is good. We need to make sure it's going to win us some money. And I think he might be the guy to help us get there, man.
It's all hands on deck when it comes to winning a race. I'll do anything. Anything that anybody tells me that works, I'm down to try it.
So good, man. All right, how we looking on that race? Let's check in.
We got a minute left.
We got a minute left. All
Let's
right.
head to Mumbai. It's in Mumbai.
All right, let's call out some of these horses. Let's pull those names up. We got Xander Bear, King's Court native.
That's actually my horse.
Oh, King Court.
Yeah. I threw it in to try to fill it out.
Nice. So
it's not a good
hey, Zook, how does it work on stream, bro? Like, if Dylan beats us and he actually wins money, he has to give it back to the streaming channel. Okay.
Good thing it's a free race.
Yeah. right, let's check this thing out. Xander Bear, Kings Court native, space
The
cowboy.
horses really are beautiful. They really are beautiful. At first, like a year ago, I felt weird saying that, but I do this every day now. Most times at night, these horses are actually like
midnight
beautiful.
black horses. Those are the best looking.
Joe, I bred a midnight black horse today, and like
two in this race, Jesus.
When they come from the back, they blur. It's crazy.
Zook, what do you think, man? Maybe we should start putting a focus on our segments each week. Let's start talking about breeding, and let's breed on stream, bro. Like I think we need to do that.
Definitely. I think breeding on stream and allowing for the community potentially to present us with some horses that are in the stud barn and why we should breed with them. Because one thing I know is I know close to nothing. You know close to nothing. Dylan knows close to nothing. Everybody individually knows close to nothing when it comes to everything you can know in this game. But allowing everyone to like come together and say what they know will allow you to come up with the best choice. When I'm breeding and making a big decision, I ask like 10, 15 people what's happening or what I should do. Sorry, that race, we got a glitch with the camera. I don't know if you guys have ever gotten that.
Yep, I have.
I just fixed it.
Yeah, I love when it's like I see the counter going down and everything, and no horses are showing up.
Yeah, what you got to do is I realize you click on the horse and you do jockey mode, and that like topples it out.
So it's kind of like when we used to take the video game out of the Nintendo.
Yes, and blow on it. Yo, I used to flush my my PlayStation games down the toilet, and it used to work. Nothing clean as this, like flushing it down a toilet. Guaranteed.
All right. Glad those days are over.
Her Majesty. This is 1600,
yes, sir,
and there's 400 meters left down the middle of the track. Does the horse have enough?
Come on, girl.
Come on.
Oh, we
Give
got
us
Drew.
something.
Drew Austin. What's up, Drew? Are we ready?
Maybe Drew's gonna bring us it.
Of course we are, Drew. We're here trying to make you money, man. So we're focused on
something. Metaverse King, I'm scared to give you the actual answer to that question. The Majesty.
Come on. This is boy.
All right. All right.
Wait. Did she jump into third at the last second there?
Third to last.
Yeah, I didn't think she got anywhere near it.
Third to last.
All right. So, all right, girl. Come on.
We gotta get you some glasses.
I was just trying to be positive on stream.
So they're testing us right now. They're like first episode.
Oh wow!
Learning how to build it up. Let's give them a horse that literally at every distance doesn't do anything, and see what Zook can pull out of his bag.
All right. Okay.
Let's take a look though. Let's go back to Her Majesty over here. Her Majesty.
All right. Let's pull up some stats on this baby.
Let's go back to a sprint. We flamed and pulled a fifth, but maybe at sprints it just has very, very low variance and high base ability. Let's hope that fifth is the lowest it will place in a marathon.
Oh, hold on. I see Drew. What was the question he just put in chat? Where did we get that one from? That's the one we actually bred last week, Drew. The community named her. Sir Hacker was the winner of that one. So this is one of our babies. And I think, Zook, you'll be able to break down her lineage for us here shortly, right?
Yeah, I can go over that because I was looking into it the other day, and it's good lineage. It's good lineage.
Her Majesty.
That's good to hear because the mother's mine. So that's good to hear.
I'll find the marathon, and then I'll go into the lineage. 2600 is actually at 11 out of 12. Can I sneak in here? Don't fill it, chat. Let us in.
Come on.
No, chat.
Killing us.
2400. This actually gives me more time to go down the lineage, which as much as racing is fun, I will go off on my longest tangents, and you'll go off on when you're alone in the dark.
Okay, hold on, Zook. Hold on. Because I want to see if we're on the same page. Is this about the fact that we got to pick a gate? Why can't it just be automated?
It should be automated.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, like, that was something this week while I was racing these things for the last 10 days. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I wish it would just say, yes, I want to enter the race. I don't
Yeah.
care about the gate. If the gate doesn't matter, I don't care. Just put me anywhere.
That being
This-
said, Zook, do you have go-to gate numbers? Because I do.
Four.
4 and 7 are my go-tos.
There's
2
no
and 7.
there's no madness for that, but no, Jigga, you're right 100%. Something the community's wanted forever. Drew, no, this show we were showing. You popped on after, but Dylan was going down the stats of these 3 horses and the way they built that out. When we're getting this to like 30, 35, 40 horses,
Well, you know what? Listen.
Knights in the community are controlling bloodlines and are racing it for us, and they come up and give us reports. It's going to be a crazy look into a ginormous stable. And if you believe in Web 3.0 and the metaverse, like I know the 3 of us up here and the Knights of Degen do, having a good Zed stable, I think is going to be a sign of status and a very, very good way to make money in the space as well.
100%. And Drew, since you just signed in, I don't mind doing this real quick. Hey, Drew, look at all that green, man. Look, we're bringing some money back to the kingdom. How you doing? Good for you, Drew. Oh, there you go.
Cash money. No, so we have time before this one. Let's see. I want to make sure.
Right. Well, while you're pulling up the lineage, I reached out to my good boy, part of the JMP TV crew, my buddy StatHead. And I was like, yo, StatHead, you want to call one of Nighty's races? And he was like, you know what? I'd love to, bro. So while we're pulling up the lineage, getting into that next race, let's check out this called race from my boy StatHead.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ToKnight We Ride, the 2400 meter. In Gate 1, we have Nighty Night. And in Gate 2, we have Dill. Gate 3 is Northern Lights P. Gate 4 is Pickle Power. Gate 5 is Alta. And coming in at Gate 6 is Only Ever Annie. Gate 7 is Pamalama Ding Dong. Gate 8 is Roberton. Gate 9, Pandora's Box. Gate 10, Spurious. Gate 11, High Stakes Harvey. And in Gate 12, the Preferred Route. And look at all those glorious horses on this glorious day. I'm getting word from him downstairs that the horses are ready to go. Yep. And here we go in 3, 2, and 1, and boom, they're off. Hotter than a pepper pan full of piping hot piñatas. And at the 2300, we got High Stakes Harvey in first, Preferred Route in second, and Roberton in third. Oh, Alta in third. Roberton goes down to fourth. Dill is holding fifth really strong. And everyone's going back and forth, but High Stakes Harvey is just running away with it with Preferred Route coming up on his tail. Oh, he's in first place. Now Robertson's in third, Alta's in fourth, but High Stakes Harvey retakes first place. And Only Ever Annie coming up back in now fourth place at the 1900 meter. High Stakes Harvey's in first, Preferred Route. Where is Nighty Night? 8th place. Oh my goodness, a rough start for Nighty Night. Preferred Route holding strong at second, High Stakes Harvey at first, Robertson at third, Only Ever Annie now at third. But Robertson takes it back, and Alta's coming up, and now Alta's at third. Northern Lights quickly takes third, and Robertson's at fourth. Only Annie now at fourth, and Robertson's holding third. However, High Stakes Harvey and Preferred Route are just running away. We're just passing the 1500 meter, and it looks like, yes, Nighty Night is still at 8th. What is going on? It is a bad Nighty Night for Nighty Night. Pamela Ding Dong joining him down there. As we look up at the top 3, and High Stakes Harvey and Preferred Route still holding the 1 and 2 positions respectively, with Northern Lights at third. But here comes Only Ever Annie, and Roberton and Alta both fighting for that position as well. And Preferred Route has taken over at first by the 1100 meter, and he's running away with it. Look at him go. Northern Lights and Pickle Power have dropped High Stakes Harvey down. Dill comes in and joins in on the fun as High Stakes Harvey fall from grace is majestic. As we look at Nighty Night, he's in 10th. He went backwards. Oh, it is not a good Nighty Night. Now he's in 11th. Oh, my goodness. Preferred Route holding strong. It doesn't look like anyone's in a hair with him. As Northern Lights is holding second, and Pickle Power is holding third. Alta in fourth, and High Stakes Harvey in fifth. Well, it looks like this is going to be the positions, folks. It looks like this race at the 500 meter What could possibly... Oh, hold up. It looks like... Yes, Nighty Night is gaining some traction as he just moved into 10th, and Northern Lights has overtaken first, as has Pickle Power taken second, dropping preferred route down to third. What's this? Nighty Night's moving up to 8th, 7th. Oh, and High Stakes Hobby in 5th, but now Nighty Night is taking 5th. What is going on? This is an exciting one, folks. We're only at the 100-meter. Nighty Night's in 4th place. Oh, now he's at 2nd place. He's just got one horse to beat, and does he? Yes, he does. I cannot believe it. Nighty Night will come from behind. Look at this instant replay. Coming out of nowhere all the way from 11th place, beating out Northern Lights, Pickle Power, and Alta. Oh, 2 minutes and 21 seconds, folks. No one is catching that horse.
That head, man.
That was awesome.
Kill that race calling. So listen, real quick, guys. I want to let the community know. If you have any interest in calling a race and you want to do that, what we want to do is be able to send you one of our races from the week. Have you guys actually call it, submit it to us, and we're going to pick ones that we're going to highlight on the show each week for the community. Like, this is our stable Knights of Degen team. Like, this is our stuff. Get involved. Call the race. It doesn't have to be serious. It has to be whatever you want. Fun, exciting. Let's have a good time. So you'll be able to email me at I'll put in the Discord and all that good stuff. You'll email me your submissions. Let me know you want to do a race. Let's call these things, man. Stathead, great job, bro. I love the old school classic feel. That was so good.
That was
all right. Let's jump back into that lineage. Where are we at? All right.
This is a very, 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 very straight line breed. It's a good breed, but in terms of what it's made up, it's straight line. It's a Z16 Zabo exclusive. It's a filly. Whenever you get an exclusive, you want a filly because you can breed it with a Genesis stallion and keep it exclusive and keep the line. So getting a filly is extremely, extremely important as you breed down the line. So that's a great thing to get with this horse. Its dad and its mom are two Z8 legendaries, top 10 Z numbers, Zabo, which is the second highest blood type, legendary.
Real quick, Zook. What I love about the bloodline is literally I found out the Sajabak Jack Quartz came from you, right?
Yeah.
And then we got Cowboy Killer from Dylan. Like, this is literally in the family. I mean, this pretty red who hasn't won a single race tonight yet, Horsey, came from the community, which is so dope. All right, sorry, go ahead.
No, that is dope. Yeah, Zabajak Quartz. Yeah, that's from when we had a giveaway and they won that, which is great. But two Z8 legendaries, Zabo second highest blood type, legendary second highest breed type. You can't get many horses better than that with the Z8 Zabo legendary. When you click on either of them, both of them are made from Z4 Zabo Genesis. That's the fourth best horse that you can get in this game on average. You take the average type of any horse, a Z4 Zabo Genesis is the fourth best type of any single type of horse. It's incredible. So in a game where they're changing the breeding algorithm, which is going to become more intense and a lot more, you can control it a lot more and it's a lot less random. Your grandparents' blood is going to matter a lot more in the future. So having a horse that has 4 Z4 Genesis grandparents, although it may never be the greatest racer on the track, there's a chance that we take another Z4, breed it with this, breed a Z20 exclusive Zabo, because like I said, it stays exclusive.
Right.
That horse can then be good. The blood in this horse means that there's going to be ulterior ways for it to make money besides winning on the track.
Right. So I was reading some of the stuff that you've put out, like tweets and some of the article stuff that's out there. And that's what really intrigued me was the fact that it seems like it's really opening up that world of, hey, you have another angle to really where breeding can be something that's going to, you can kind of be the pimp horse daddy, right? Like you can be a stable of, hey, we make babies. We're not great at racing, but our bloodline is thick, right? So I
Yeah.
thought that
Early
was
days of
really
breeding were
cool.
the best. That was just free money.
Yeah, and a lot of people, no matter what you think about breeding, most people, I will never say everyone, but most people will at least say that before this update that's coming out, a lot of it has to do with randomness and there's not too much control you have in it. But going forward, when this update happens, stuff like we're seeing now, like with this horse having these Z4 Genesis grandparents, is stuff that can matter. And the type of horses that they are, these are no slugs. This horse getting 8 odds from Zed Gazette, who's one of the OGs, so I know a horse that he would have, and it's still
I bought Cowboy. I bought from Zed.
Yeah,
Zed
this
Gazette.
is a fantastic horse to have as the grandma. You scroll back, you go to Zaba Jack course. These 2 Lucky Jack horses, I can tell you that they have good blood because Lucky Jack just has a ton of horses and he's breeding stuff together that has produced. I've seen what he pulls off in Griffies, so this side of it is good. This is a horse that even if we race it through Discovery and it pans out that we don't think we're going to win money from it in the future, it's definitely a horse that when we're on this show 4 episodes from now talking about breeding it, it has the potential to pay dividends each month with breeding that we get opportunities to breed killers from it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean,
good analysis. I like that.
Yeah, because right now I'm a little disappointed in her right now, but it's early. We still got some time. We got time. All right, I still believe in Her Majesty.
Can be runners.
Exclusive fillies are my favorite horses in the game, and it's really funny that this is the horse that we're doing this with because it wasn't planned. But Zabo exclusive fillies are my favorite horses in the game.
Fuck yeah.
And you can look through my timeline for years. Like they're my favorite horse in the game. So it's really cool that we're doing this. Z4s are my favorite horse in the game. So this analysis is really true to my heart. But fillies allow you to do that extra thing where you control the bloodline going forward, where even if you don't race, you get those dividends each month that you can still put on the track. And the fact that it's exclusive means we can go into the community and people that we'll have on the show each and every week that we form relationships with, we'll go after the Genesis line that allows us to still hold exclusives over and over and over.
Nice.
And that's important because when you drop down to Elite and you drop down to Cross and you drop down with Pacer, a ton of people think exclusive to Elite is the biggest drop off. So it's extremely, extremely, extremely important to hold that line. But of course, if we want to continue to breed this with Genesis horses, it all goes back to Dylan's chart. We got to continue to put some horses in races that make us some dough. Because we got to have a plus in the green stable at the end of the day.
Right. And I mean, what I'm excited about is the fact that, the behind the scenes stuff that we're talking about, right?
Go to Drew's question real quick.
Ooh, Drew got a question. Drew,
I was gonna shoot Drew a message to have a chat behind the scenes where the breeding algo is going, where I would like to talk to him about investing whatever they felt comfortable in getting a top. And even if he just felt comfortable with one, it's getting to the point with the breeding algo that you will make unbelievable returns in the future if you can secure a Genesis top bloodline. The way the algo is going, if you get one of these killer racers or killer breeders, you are going to be producing killers as much as you can. It's not over and over. There's going to be a ton of swings and misses. But if you produce 12 horses a year and 3 of them are killers, you're going to be able to make over and over and over and over. Drew, again, this is where I would help out. It depends on what type of racer it is. You want to secure good racers because what they've said now in the new algo is distance preference and variance are things that are getting passed down. So like I've been talking about, and I'll show this, Dank. This is my best horse. Drew knows this horse because it won the digital derby.
I'm about to say, Drew, you want to jump on and ask these questions? We've got the space here. Come on the show, Drew.
Bring him up.
Drew knows this horse.
I mean, I know he was watching Scream tonight, so I don't want to interfere with any movie time, but if he wants to jump on.
This variance is the most important thing in this game. having a horse with this type of variance because it allows you to go up and win and paid, and then when you want to go back down, you can declass and freed. This was not passed on. In the new breeding algo, this type of thing is passed on. Another thing, the Crimson Chin. This is the best sprinter. This is my boy Keith. This is the best sprinter in the game. We can look at his horseshoe. Look at this. And Jigga, this is what we were talking about earlier.
Right.
At 1,000 and 1,200, look at these graphs.
Yeah.
Killer. So he goes up in here, and then look, he goes down to the marathons. 38 of his 87 races, last place. Just allows him to go, woo, right on down. But this distance preference of being a killer sprinter was not passed down. Now you know what he's going to do when the breeding algo happens. He's buying other killer sprinters now. I know him. He's my boy. Because he's going to put them together. Because you should now have a better chance of breeding a killer sprinter if you put two killer sprinters together, which you couldn't do in the past. It was you just passed on base ability, which is just the overall general goodness of a horse, and a lot of other RNG sprinkled in with some other things. But now the game is now beginning. The game is now beginning where new monsters are going to be bred, where old monsters are going to be forced into retirement. And that's great for the game.
Yeah, and it's also great for our hired stable hand, right? He can do more than just feed them. Now he can make sure that they look good too, so we can breed some horses. All right, we got Drew. I just messaged him. He's gonna try to jump on here in a sec. All right, let's enter one of these things to another race.
I think
we had one, right?
Let's do it. We got in this marathon.
Where? Let's check. Yo,
you want to do what I do sometimes to change the juju?
Do it. What is it? Tell me.
Yes,
oh yeah, let's do it. I love it. I love it.
I like 2D so much better than 3D.
Yo,
I was doing.
You can see so much more. Like you get more info.
As much as like in a crowded bar, I hope one night they're showing us and we're putting on a show for a Nights of Degen thing where you can hear us. But there's also bars where on like given nights, just dots on the screen with people gambling. Like
absolutely. That's pure Degen shit.
But like just showing dots over and over, people will die if they can just bet on dots going up on a screen.
Yeah.
I know a few of my friends that would just be there all night.
Yo, Drew, I know Queen. We'll discuss Queen. I know you haven't used her in a minute. You should not. No, we'll discuss Queen. You're not moving Queen. You're not selling Queen.
Calm down. This is why you put this team together, Drew. We've got you covered.
Yeah, you got to keep the Queen in the kingdom.
Queen is gonna be cash.
The kingdom needs to own the Queen.
Facts.
Or at least get some Queen blood. We'll work with Drew to get some Queen blood. Yeah. Where we don't need. Obviously, he doesn't have to do a Queen, but we can do something where we get some of that blood because that's.
Yeah, no. Then we can grow out those trees.
And that's what I'm gonna try and do. I'm gonna try and get us as much good blood as we can into the stable because it does matter now.
Yeah, no, because I mean that's like one of my things. Like I've never had a lot of money for this. So like my stable is I had at most of like 5 Genesis, but they were all Z10 Buterins. So it's like I'm excited to like actually be able to play around with good horses, good blood, actually build out like sick bloodlines.
Yo, it's so fun. It's so fun to, like when you can actually get your hands on some of that and you see like the work you put in because the horses are of value, like does work and you can breed killer bloodlines and you can have fun in this game. It like opens up a new like, oh my god, this is the future. Like you can do this all day.
Yeah,
and
no.
Like when horses are going for millions because prize pools are that big, like you can make a living doing this.
Yeah, no, I got really lucky on the first breed cycle. One of my first horses I bred was just a natural U. So I was like, this game's great. I'm winning money. That was when we could race all day. Like I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Another one.
Oh,
Another
I
one.
accidentally
Come
took
on.
third in that race.
Well,
11. Again, we're just praying that we're hitting the back end of a U, and as much as it sucks,
I
that
see we
we're-
just got somebody in the backstage who decided it was better to hang out with us for a bit. What's up, Drew?
Yo, what's going on?
What up?
How we doing?
How's it
Good, man.
going?
We're hanging out, racing,
Dude,
some Knights of Degen Z
Dude,
horses.
I love this, bro. I love this. I like this concept of like covering like the development of the team and the stable and just like watching it like evolve over time and throwing it in tournaments. Like that's really fucking fascinating. I think this is a really cool fucking concept.
All right, we're glad you approved.
It's like
you know?
it's like a
Just
it's
the
like
green light.
it's honestly it's like watching franchise mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this opens up the opportunity for the Knights of Degen, like inside, to like build up like these horses. I genuinely believe are going to be top, well-known athletes in this space. That
Me
like
too. Me
we
too.
get some of them in this stable, and like we get great breeders, we get great racers. Like just
Wait.
for the brand of Knights of Degen, that's like ginormous. So
Wait,
having
so-
that
so
aspect
here's-
here, and like the Knights of Degen could have a cartoon show of like their horses on the Knights of Degen stable because they're well known on the track at that point.
100%. And yeah, I have some ideas for that also because I'm thinking maybe we take some of the names of our Zed stable and we incorporate them into our steed drop,
yes.
drop for the metadata. So I think
Yes.
that seems like a no brainer. But
Yeah, Drew, I know you've been busy this week, man. What do you think about that name, Sir Hacker? We did the whole competition this week,
the name's fucking incredible.
right? Her Majesty. Oh, you should.
Did
There were
Julius
so
Randle
many
just
good
get
ones.
ejected?
What happened?
Ugh. I just got a notification that Julius Randle got ejected.
I just turned the game back on.
Really?
Actually, how did we get the lead back? I was turned it off for a little bit.
Yeah, I
I'm
keep getting the
shocked.
alerts on the phone while we've been doing the episode. The only time you see me looking down is because I'm literally checking the score.
Like it was we
Is
were
it
down.
you,
I
next
was
guy,
watching.
too?
I was watching the first half, and then and then all of a sudden we started going down by 8, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm throwing a movie on. Like, this is so like, and then I ended up catching you guys. Then I got lost in your show, so I was like, all right, fuck my movie. Watching.
We'll
what's
take
called?
it.
Wait, so this is what I was saying about Queen earlier. So Queen, I own Queen in a stable with Alex Taub, so one of my buddies, and me and Alex haven't used it in a while. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe I can convince Alex to either sell or rent the horse to our Knights of Degen stable because I feel like that would be a great pillar horse.
Yo, this horse.
What do you think she's like?
We could use this horse to put Knights of Degen like not on the map because people know how it is, but like a powerhouse. Like I know people that have a single horse. Like my buddy Evergreen just has this horse Diamonds, and it's one of the best top 10 horse in the game. He just runs it up and down.
Can you pull up the numbers?
Yeah, do we want to
Can
pull
you,
it up so
can you
everyone
pull
can
up the
see?
number? Can you pull up the numbers on Queen? And
Oh,
tell
yeah.
me the deal?
Jiggle my screen. Yeah, there we go.
Let's
I was
do it.
looking at it.
Dope.
Look at this graph. And Drew, as we're
That's
saying,
awesome.
with the breeding algo, variance gets
7
passed
odds.
down now. So
Yo,
now we have
those
this
odds are
horse that's a
crazy.
mom, that if we breed it with other dads that have a similar graph, our chances of getting U-shaped horses go up. And that's the name of the game.
That's amazing. And is Queen has Queen bred before?
Yeah, because it's a mare, so it's bred. Let's see who it's bred. Yo, and look, already it has a little bit of a U-shape
Yeah.
down. And that's not even in the algo yet. So when the algo hits,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just off base.
Yep.
yo,
I
you guys should be.
That's why I'm saying I either want to rent him. Like I got to see what my buddy's is open
You should
to.
talk to Alex about a system where like
We're gonna
you
rent.
guys even get most of like the money that we win from it from racing.
No,
it, but
dude,
this
we
will
would do-
allow us to get
I-
into some big races.
100%. I'm saying, why don't we just at the very least, I think we should rent Queen. And then like we do like a rev share where like if there's some revenue, if there's like wins or revenue or bread revenue or whatever, the stable keeps like the stable keeps 50, and then we'll take 50 to our thing, and then we just let you guys go and operate Queen as you see fit, and just take 50% of the profits.
Drew, you're sitting on money here, brother.
So
This horse could be making you money.
So how much is she bred so far?
She's bred Ancestry.
How many kids does she have?
6.
She has 6 kids. And how are the kids doing? They look like badasses, dude.
Percival.
I've
You
seen
can't
that.
look at
Yeah,
like 1 in 6 being this good in Percival, plus having another profitable one is good. Second of all, like I'll actually
Drink Arizona is actually owned by Arizona Iced Tea.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You also can never look too much at offspring stats because one thing you learn about this game is most people don't know how to race horses at all. And I'm not saying I do, but I'm just saying.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
They just take these
definitely spent months
and they don't
not
run
knowing
them good.
Yeah, I agree. That's
So
totally
like you look at these stats of offspring that you don't control, and like you find all these people running it in bad distances. It's nuts. But no, this is a top horse. Did we look at the Showville rankings for Queen? You know your horse is the next level. Let's go to Horseshoe.
Oh, there's rankings? There's horse rankings now?
Yeah.
They just added that recently.
So where would Queen be ranked?
Has to run a little more, but this is like this is incredible right here.
Does Queen have a ranking though?
She's ranked like 1200, and some 1200 is like her highest.
In terms of class, you don't have a class right now. If that's what.
Oh,
you
so
mean.
no, I'm saying, is there like an order ranking of like the top horses, like the best horses in the game? Is there just like a leaderboard?
Based by distance right now.
By distance, okay. So it's
So Queen's best distance is she's ranked 1264th at 1600.
Okay, that's not bad.
Hey, real quick, Zook, in the chat, Metaverse King was asking, yo, Zook, I have an unraced Genesis filly, 2nd gen. Should I leave her unraced? And I guess that has to do with a lot of what we were talking about with the breeding and everything. What advice would we give there?
I'll just say, by the way, preface that really quickly. I think I'd say like 50 to 60% of my whole. I have about 100 horses. I'd say like I'm about 100 horses. I'd say 50 to 60% of them are unraced, unbred. I'm holding long term.
All of my horses are raced.
Yeah,
why you can't answer the question because I just have to ask that question alone is just how are you trying to play the game?
Yeah.
Like, is it literally a buy and hold? Because that's an investment strategy. That's not a gameplay strategy.
100%.
So if you're trying to buy and hold, then buy and hold. Like, don't race and sell it. But if you're thinking like, if you're trying to time when to play, just fucking start playing. Like at that point, start playing. But if it's the buy and hold, brother. Keep buying, keep holding, but don't wait like a month and try and decide to get in later and you're thinking about it now. If you're eventually planning on racing this horse, it's your only Genesis buy and hold super rare code. Buy and hold it. Buy and hold it. That's your investment strategy. Don't let things that are happening in the short term.
There's also
strategy.
There's also good reason to sometimes, like even from a gameplay perspective, there's good reason to hold unbred, unraced horses because as we've all seen, like the game changes, it evolves, and like we don't know all the rules yet. We don't know how this whole thing's going to unfold. So like in long term, like having some horses that are still Genesis, own a bloodline because they're the only ones that own bloodlines, but their racing direction and career is started when more of the story has been revealed and more of the attributes have been revealed, could be a competitive advantage for some parts of the game later on.
Hey, Zook, go ahead and pull up. You want to see a horrible horse? Look up Sir Pizza. All right, he wants
Every horse with the name Pizza is good, so I guess he's wrong with this.
2% win. That's pretty great. Out of 114.
Yeah, man, you should hold this for the retire function and try and get as much Zed token as
I'm gonna break that pizza
for this horse because I don't even have the magic to do much with this, or pray that someone like Zombie that I love makes a tournament that the goal is to come in 8th place. Sir Pizza Sandwich, this is one that you take behind the virtual shed when they come out with Zed token and take the salvage value, put it into another breed.
Yeah,
Unless there's any story behind it. Like, I guess your name is Sir Pizza. And
Yeah, it's kind of his namesake horse.
Sir Pizza. When we get the Zed show that Zook was talking about earlier, we'll make sure that Sir Pizza has the role on it. So like you don't gotta kill him yet. We'll hold the spot for Sir Pizza in our fucking show.
Perfect. So Drew, while I got you, man, unrelated to the show right now, you know, a lot of us heard you on the Twitter Spaces earlier tonight, and my wife actually jumped in and she said, completely Zed related. She heard your interview, and when you say you can watch Lord of the Rings and then go directly to something cool, were you talking about the extended versions of Lords of the Ring?
Really
she wants to really know your cool nerd ratio. So
yeah,
you definitely earned brownie points tonight.
That's really funny. That's hilarious. I could go for an extended version run. I can go for
the Batman last night. Let's go.
I saw Batman last night too. What'd you think?
Yo, what do you rank it out of 10?
I mean, listen. I thought it was like it's fascinating. It was like, you know, it was like a noir, Like it was like, you know what I mean? It was like, you know, like if you think of like
no spoilers.
Like if you think of like the Dark Knight movies, those were fucking like action movies. They were fucking action packed. You're on the fucking edge of your seat. It's a different beast. This was much more like heady. You know what I mean? It was like artistic, but it was still like fucking. It was great. I thought it was really well done, well crafted, really good. I watched. I threw like that night. I got home and I threw on the Joker, Dark Knight. Dude, you like. There's just never been a performance like Heath Ledger's Joker. Like you look at that performance and you just stare at him. Like I was fast forwarding through the movie. I just wanted to watch his scenes.
Yeah.
And dude, he's on a level that like you just like the character of like the idea that someone could just want to watch the world burn. Like they don't need any logic or reasoning. It was just such a fascinating concept in and of itself. And then he plays that definition so powerfully, like fucking incredibly. So like, and then now it's like this bar that I've set that I like in my head. I like look at bad guys and I'm like, do I believe in how fucking how fucking sour their morals are? And if I do, then I'm like, no doubt. And like the Joker wins like every fucking time. That there's like the Riddler was a dope character. I liked it.
All right, I'm stopping you before we get into spoilers here. All right,
yeah.
You know how you know how we stop them. Let's get a race going, Zook. Let's get a race going because some of us are dying to go see this thing. Except my wife, she wants no desire to go watch Robert Pattinson as Batman. Hey Drew, what do you think of the new look? I think maybe every show I should be looking like this.
Dude, it's a pretty badass. Pretty badass filter you got there, dude. That's really
I think we need to get a Drew Austin one with an epic red beard. I mean, it's just gonna look.
I need like a Game of Thrones, like real deal red beard. Though.
Yes, that'd be great.
Yep.
All right, let's check in on.
All right.
We got
that cost. Yeah.
Let's see what the field is like. Her Majesty. It didn't pop up yet, but oh yeah, it's a Griffin race. It might not pop up before. I wanted to see what percent pulled flames in other races. A winner, 287. Nakamoto Z3. Like we were talking about earlier, Jigga, you don't know what people's intentions are in each and every race. Like we're in a 2600. I don't know which horses in here are trying to win. There's horses in here that are sprinters that are trying to discover themselves in C4 and C5 because they don't want to be stuck in C1. Discovery races are very, very weird. And if you have a new horse, you actually tend to not discover too much because the races are so skewed with people having such different intentions at the same time.
Yeah, makes sense. It's kind of not really
these discovery races because I haven't really done much yet. I haven't raced in a couple of weeks and I haven't really got and every time I've actually the discovery process has actually like made me hesitate to get back into racing actually because I don't have a strategy yet. So like is the move like I have horses that I love, is it just sandbag?
Yep. If your horse has a pulse, they push him up into C1 through discovery. Like you'll win 2 races at your preferred distance because the field is so soft with people just like
Sandbagging.
throwing everything in and trying to get like the free $5 for winning or sandbagging themselves.
Yeah.
And you end up getting stuck in C1 that you legit have to run your opposite preferred distance for all 10 races.
So like, but there is another thought where it's like, and this is just a thought out loud. What happens if you just went and like raced your best fucking distance, win like 8 out of 10, and now like all of a sudden you have a fucking win percentage that's through the roof and a really valuable horse just from a win percentage perspective?
If it's a new horse, yes. If it's a new horse, people are doing.
Like, I'm thinking out loud here. Let's say you had a horse that has like an 18-20% win rate, has raced 20 times, like, but has gotten 3 or 4 wins. Like, if you go into the discovery mode with that kind of horse right now and like just fucking dominate through it instead of sandbagging, you're now like 30 races in, now up to like a 40% win percentage, and you have a really valuable asset that you could sell and probably like flip that into a few other horses.
I think a lot of people that would be buying to like find a high win rate horse like that, like they're gonna look into the races and see.
I was just about to say that.
I don't know. You think? Because like I'm trying to like I think there's an order of depth people will go. Like they're gonna look at the record. They're gonna look at maybe the heat scores. They're gonna look at like it's just like there's a certain level where like the average buyer, which is like not even like a below average or above average, the average buyer is probably only going a few rungs deep of data. Like, does it look cool? What's its win percentage? Is it unbred or bred? Like very basic level shit, but they just want a winner. Like they want to own a winner. And I don't know if they would look so deep into that. I think you could probably make good money on a premium.
Maybe. We could test it.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I gotta point out in this race, Zook. I do love the fact that one of the horses is named Wu Tang. How you doing? All right, go on.
Benz, but all right.
How can you get mad at a Method Man team? Come on now. All right, but we still want to beat Wu Tang. Where are we at already on this one?
Yeah, who's in? What horse is in this one?
Her Majesty.
The new one.
We're doing her discovery races tonight to see what we got.
Oh, all the races are Her Majesty. Got it.
Yeah, all the races are her discovery tonight.
I got you. Oh, okay, no doubt. That's cool.
Yeah, but we've got a lot of for next week. We're gonna be. Recaps.
So you guys. Okay, so you guys are. So far, you've been rooting for her to lose, then more than win, right?
Kinda, yeah. We haven't been upset with her losing for sure. We haven't been upset with her losing for sure.
No, because I guess you want to do bad during discovery. I guess.
If this horse gets stuck in C1, like if we sporadically win 2 races down the road, we'll never be able to race this horse again.
Which seems like something is so backwards about that.
But did you know about the C1 tour? There's a C1 tournament they released yesterday that starting on Sunday, it goes for 2 weeks. It's a $150,000 tournament that their hope is all the horses now move up to C1. And it's a cumulative tournament and not average, so you have to run a bunch to get towards the top. And they're hoping that the horses then, again, get stuck in C1. But then we are where we were before the reset anyway. So there's a lot of, like, things they're doing that I'm just happy to stream some horses and have some fun.
Yeah, I know.
But at least we got Class 6, man. I saw, like, a breakdown and saw, like, only, like, 900 horses have made it into Class 6.
Yo, damn.
It's 2 minutes left in this Nick game right now, up by 4. I just like don't think the Knicks can like. I don't know if I think they actually believe they can win this game. I don't think they have that attitude this year.
Yeah.
No. RJ's kind of a dog.
RJ's a dog.
Oh, 100%.
RJ's a dog.
I love him.
Yeah. You know who's a dog? That boy Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, he's a dog too.
I know. Yo, I'm
Sixers here. I'm the lone Sixers guy in the sea of Knicks right now.
IQ was better than Maxey. How quickly we were proven wrong about that. Maxey's nice.
He's so good, especially with Harden here now.
Yo,
did you see when he had like no points at halftime and Harden went up to him and he's like, "Are you going to start playing today?"
Yeah. I love that.
And
Look at
then
that. Solid 12th place. There we go, man.
Okay.
Woo.
You
Good job,
shake,
girl.
baby.
All
I'm
right.
Oh,
telling
yeah.
you,
That's-
when you get 12th, the other side is first. They're trying to squeeze us out. They're trying to get us to sell this horse on the cheap. I've seen this happen a million times. We will fight through with this horse.
Damn, 2-point game. Oh, all right.
Hell yeah, TGP.
Let's go, RJ. I love RJ, dude. He's a dog for sure.
How many
He's
have we
so-
raced
oh my
so far?
God.
Zook? How
What'd
many
you say, brother?
discoveries have we done? How many have we done for her so far?
6.
Yo, Jigga, by the way, the stat head killed earlier. That was amazing.
we've
was-
got a lot
was-
of people that'll be
That was
helping out. We've got a lot of voiceover guys that'll be doing one each week.
That's cool. That's very
Yeah,
cool.
super excited.
Yeah, we should get some celebrity calls. Like get Jerry to do
100%.
Oh, Jerry
100%.
will definitely.
Yeah, of course he will.
We're definitely getting Ja to do one.
Let's do it. That'd be great.
Ja's a great voice for it too.
Yeah,
he'll
so we're gonna be doing that. I mean, we're adding a lot of good stuff, Drew. Since we have you here, we'll tell you. But we're actually gonna be giving some of our, like, we'll take one of our new horses each week, and we're actually gonna have guys in the Zed community that are gonna take the horse for the week, race it for us, bring the money back, but come on every Friday and give us their opinions and breakdown of how that horse did, and if it's a stud or a dud, and if we should have our stable hand Treyway take it out back and handle it. So we got that going on. We've got the
I like that the horses are going to be active too. Like they're
right.
We're putting them to work.
Yeah, no, I've been trying for months to get these running, so I'm excited that we're
So
finally-
who's responsible for the P&L? Who's taking the ownership of the P&L?
Well, right now, me and Dylan are the ones that are going to be racing the horses, and we're going to get more people in the Zed
Like
committee.
who's like full-time analysis is like, is it like, are we profiting or losing on the?
Yeah, I have. I'm tracking all the
That's-
how much
alright,
money
no
we're
doubt.
making.
No doubt.
The
That's
chart
all.
we showed earlier was just a little bit. We'll have other
That's
charts.
that's cool.
Yeah.
It's like a legit scoreboard. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
And
it.
once we finally build out this stable, it's gonna be like just everywhere. So many things.
All right, so we got to figure out either how to lend or sell Queen to the stable so that we can just like have it start breeding beasts.
Yeah, and it will.
And running it.
And I heard you guys talking about like who's gonna run the horses. I know me and Jigga were also talking about we may do like something cool with in the Zed community where we might take one of the horses.
Yeah. I just told him that while you took a step off.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that
no idea.
plan has the green light. So we're good on that plan.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun.
I
Getting
love
them to come
that.
up and talk about it. It'll be a lot of fun.
No, I think that's a great idea. I really like that. And the tournaments are going to be fun too because like we have
Yeah,
some-
we're gonna get. I was gonna say that we're gonna get some dope tournaments that I can make it that legit. The time they go is just during the stream. I can set them up on my boy Zombie site, so it's like we're live from whenever 11 to 1, whatever we want to do. The
Yeah.
tournament just happens during that stream, and legit the whole stream tournament.
Awesome.
Run our horses. We can do some sort of multiplier where if we enter a Knights of Degen horse race live on stream and we show it and you win that one, it gets like a double multiplier or something
love
like
it.
that. So
Yeah,
the tournaments are going to be dope. The tournaments are
Dope.
going to be dope.
Yeah, no, the
This
zombie
will,
website.
this will be the place to come hang out and watch some good content and racing. No question about it.
Dude, I love
Zook's vision, my vision. It's just we're ready to go.
I love that this is what like the shows are about now is like we've now kind of had this is like what a meeting sounds like, right? Like everyone's watching the show, but like this has become a pitch meeting, a concept meeting. Like, like it's like we take the time whenever we can get it. And like it's cool though, because I'm all about also like making like the behind the scenes of this whole thing, like bringing the like building in public kind of thing, especially when it comes to Web3, the building in public. So I think it's like it's a very cool thing just to like how interactive this world of TV and media is. Like in the past, it was just like them talking to us, but like now it's like we are like all talking in our content. And that's just fascinating. Like I find it to be super interesting that people can just engage with the hosts.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you too, Drew. I mean, it's thanks to you giving us the opportunity, like Zook and I and Dylan, to sit there and say, "Yeah, I like the vision you guys have. Let's do it. Go ahead,
That's
Friday
what's
night,
about.
11 o'clock, make it happen."
I
And
fucking love it.
you know, here we are doing it, and I'm still waiting for an update from you on the Knicks game. And Zook, Pizza just joined a discovery race. Hey, Pizza, why don't you put the link to your thing in the chat? I'll bring it
No,
up.
I think he means he joined the
No,
one.
he got
right
in
now.
ours. He put Sir Pizza in Her Majesty's next race.
All
All right, guys.
Oh.
I also
I'm gonna
threw a
bounce-
horse
I'm
in
gonna
that
bounce out
race.
after this Nick game. We gotta watch the end of this Nick game, then I'm gonna bounce out. Oh, fucking shit! Are you kidding me?
live
Uh-oh.
reaction.
This is so predictable. Like it's making me sick.
No. I'm focused on Zed. That's
Yo,
it.
all
I'm
Jay
kicking Drew
Crowder
out.
does is fuck the Knicks. All Jay Crowder does is fuck the Knicks.
He's really good, Jay Crowder.
He's
also
such you need a guy like that.
really like him. He's fucking a good ball player.
Yeah, I love
like
McCall Bridges too. I'm a diehard McCall Bridges fan.
I used to love. I love that Jay Crowder, Marcus Smart like duo.
They were tough. They were tough.
Yep.
Oh, come on, Nick.
He was right there too. It wasn't like bad defense. They were right up in his face.
Jeez.
30 seconds left. Oh my God! Is CP3 and Booker out this game?
Yeah. And we were still big dogs.
Oh my God! It's still such a better team than the Knicks. This is how bad the Knicks are.
It's a sad state of affairs.
Nick,
Sad state of affairs.
It's embarrassing. Like it's legitimately like if I was management and ownership right now, I'd be just embarrassed. It's like, how do you put a product like this out? They just don't give a fuck.
I was looking at the I did that bad thing where I went through the Knicks draft to see like who was drafted after Frank, who was drafted after Kevin Knox. And I looked after Kevin Knox and I like just someone just like
Hey, rattle off some
office and what drove
Rattle-
home.
rattle off some names. Who got drafted after now?
You must have not done that today because you wouldn't have showed up tonight.
Miles Bridges, Michael Porter. There
Wow.
was another one I forget.
Yeah.
It's
I forgot he was the 7th pick. You're right. Yeah, he was early. All right, let's see what we got here. 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Oh.
All right, where we at with the? Let me check in on the race. See what we're doing.
Yeah.
SGA was drafted after him.
Let's go.
Yo, RJ's oh no, Mitch.
Come on.
Mitch.
Mitch is playing like a big boy right now, dude. I love it.
It's funny because each one of us has it going on separately. I've got it
No, I
down here on the
literally just
left.
turned it on because I needed to know like what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, looks like the race.
Oh
bud.
yeah.
Look.
Yo, Flames.
How you doing?
Flames.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah.
What are we in? Which one's
What
this?
distance?
What's the distance?
2600.
That's interesting.
Oh. Wait, that's the second time, right? Last time she got
No, it's
2,600 for it.
flamed 50% at 2400, but flaming at 26. When you get down to these exclusive and elites, it no longer becomes a funnel. Sometimes it's just a single distance. And because of the way the tournaments have happened, people got into this sense that, oh, if you can run 1,000, you can run 14, you can run 12. Oh, if you can run 22, you can run 26, you can 24. I remember the day when I was here like a year ago, where like it was distance by distance you were trialing. And if you were just good at a single distance, you only thought
Right.
you were good at that distance. So it would make perfect sense if this horse wasn't that good at 22, was okay at 24, but then was only good at 26. When you're at those extremes, you get that sometimes. 1,000 and 2,600. Some horses are only good at that single distance.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
guys,
hey,
you said earlier
Stathead just jumped in the chat. What up? Oh, let's go, Rich. Stathead, man, you missed it. We love you, bro. Great job calling that race. Everybody thought it was great. You might
It was
have
awesome.
forced yourself to be brought on every week, bro, at this point. Just letting you know.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Mitch.
Mitch playing big boy ball right now.
Mr. Burks.
And welcome to Knicks night, folks. We're going to talk all things Knicks basketball.
You bring Drew Austin on, and all of a sudden it becomes Knicks basketball.
Hey, yo, what are the chances if the Knicks are up 3 that they foul?
This is such a Degen move right now.
What are the chances?
I wish I had money on this.
Right?
Burks!
It's hilarious.
Let's go.
Come
All right,
on.
Zook, check the race real quick.
No! No!
Are you kidding me?
I don't even know what happened, but I love it. Oh, we bricked it. I'm such a delay on mine.
Yeah. My Hulu stream's like 2 seconds,
no
3
way!
seconds behind.
Oh, Pit
No!
Boy. Hey, that's that Pit Boy Cam Johnson. I once played
Cam
kickball with that kid.
Johnson.
I played kickball with him once.
Wow. Did you really?
Yeah.
Alec Burks! Are you joking?
Oh, that was such a tough. I'm sorry for you
No!
guys.
I just
Tell everybody in the chat, if you're not a Knicks fan, don't worry. There's only a couple seconds left, and we'll be right back to racing. Till then, enjoy some Knicks reaction.
oh my
From my
god.
wife in the chat. Coming up, Jerry Ferreira.
Holy hell. Yeah, get Jerry in here.
Oh,
I
my
knew that was going
gosh.
in. I knew that was
Of
going
course,
in.
this is what happens.
Wow.
All right,
That
let's
boy
get back to
cool.
some races. Let's pull it up.
Yeah,
on the
hopefully,
screen.
let's see a win. Let's see a win.
All right, boys. I'm gonna rock out, but I'll watch it. I'll be watching.
All right,
Peace out,
Appreciate
Drew.
you, Andrew. Later, bro.
See you later, brother. Yo, that's gut wrenching. Ugh.
Yeah, that's tough.
I
Yo,
was better
guys,
off
I'm
not
not
watching it.
I'm numb. I'm a Knicks. I'm numb to it.
Exactly, bro.
You knew
Like,
that
it
shot
hurts.
was going in. You knew it was gonna be.
It hurts for about 10 seconds, and then
Yeah.
you move on. You
I'm
know.
also not gonna lie. As people get to know me, I'll
That's a
always
tough shot.
they'll get to know my sports fandom. Like Steelers through the roof and Rangers very close. The New York Rangers. The
Ugh.
Knicks I'm a very big fan of, but like if this happened to like the Rangers, like if they lost in overtime to the Devils tonight, I would be like
Yeah, you'd be off stream right
devastated.
now.
Yeah. And Steelers don't even talk. Like I throw my fiance and my parent like don't come near me for the night
Hell
if
yeah.
they lose. If they lose, don't even come near me.
Oh, look at that, Sir
We need a
Pizza
licensed
coming up
renegade
number
for this
1.
show.
Sir Pizza trying to beat us here. All right, Sir Pizza.
Remember, if we don't win, we're
Oh, wait.
justifying it to ourselves as if we won. We would be stuck in C1 anyway, and we don't want
Right, right.
Did
Sir
you
Pizza, this
see-
one's for you. Let's
Did
go,
you see who's in
Pizza.
12th
Let's
right now?
go.
Yo, this is Go Boy. This is my
Oh.
boy. This is my boy.
Oh, I didn't realize it said suck.
Yeah, yeah. That's my boy.
Oh.
That's because of me. He did that because of me.
He's such a bastard.
Yeah, I know. That's false.
That's a good move, though.
Oh,
bro.
I
That's
thought it
kinda
was. I
funny.
thought it just said Pittsburgh Steelers. I
You
didn't
know
know
why
it
you
said
can't be
suck.
mad at him? He's a Raiders fan, and they did us a solid. So
Yeah, I mean,
we can't.
shout out the Chargers for calling that timeout.
Yeah, fuck
There,
Staley.
pizza.
Fuck Coach Staley, you loser.
No, it's funny because I'm out here in LA now. So like I was at work while that was happening, and I was like with LA people. They don't really care about sports, but they were like, they're like, oh, it's cool to have LA team in, and they were just like, fucking A.
That's such a bad Knicks loss. It's lingering in my belly like a bad meal right now, and it's kind of coming up.
Hopefully this horse can kick and
Come on,
get some vibes going.
come on.
Bernal said, loved
yet
it.
push
He
hard.
used that name on a legendary.
It's yet to run. Really, okay.
Come
Uh-oh.
on, let's see some legs.
Come on, get to the podium at least.
Here we go. Here we
Come
go, here we
on,
go.
baby girl. Come on. No.
Nope.
Damn it. The thing that sucks about this is like there's nothing we can do, and we're sitting here like glitch somehow, go fast. But like we know
yeah.
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do. It's just like and
Where's
the
Sir
standings
Pizza
we're
at? What's he
up
ending
now, we're
up
gonna
with?
finish in 4th, which is the worst place. Yo, we might have to move our stream a day up so we can race this in the Pity Point Cup.
Seriously. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be back again next week, a day early. Just for
But right as we grow out the stable
we're
and we
gonna have
make
so
this a
many.
thing, people are gonna be like, someone's day may just have a stable for the pity point tournament. Like, you don't sell those horses if it's legit a 4th place horse specifically, because you have a day of the week now that's for you. So there's niches in this where you'll have horses where you just run the Keep It Winning tournament. You just run the Fibonacci Cup. You can spread this thing so thin and get so many different people involved that you just
and that's the thing.
It's such a good community builder. And the way that I always describe it is Zed provides utility for Knights of Degen. It crosses those boundaries where
100%.
Knights of Degen doesn't have to create anything besides me and you come together and say, let's build out a stable. That immediately provides Knights utility where we can provide revenue share in the future, where it's you're in charge of these 8 horses. You race them for us at all times. You keep 20%. We keep 80%. The benefit of that is Drew's giving us horses like Queen. When you have a horse like Queen, I can go out there and get great breeding deals where 1 month we get the offspring, 1 month someone else gets the offspring, but we get top blood. So people, more so than wanting to race their own horse or buying their own horse, are going to think that getting 20% of the horses that are coming from the Knights of Degen stable are bigger value. They start by coming to us. They make a good income. They make a steady winnings. Then they start their own stable. So you can now get involved with Zed without having to come in with any money. And the only resource you need is your time. And we provide the assets for you. And it's such a good community builder.
And what's great is the vision when you and I are talking and Dylan and building this Zed committee for the Knights of Degen where, guys, the content is one piece because we want to share with you what's going on. But it's the fact that we want to make some money. We're some Degens at heart. And
this is an update. This is an update on a week-long thing that, like, we're hoping the community, like, now the community just gets to watch us on the day. But, like, when it's running full-time, the community will be – it's an everyday thing where, like, you're running the horses. And then this is kind of just televising.
Let's kick back, hang out. Exactly.
Yeah, like, behind the scenes, come up, tell us how your horses did. Maybe if there's a tournament this night and some of the people got their horses in, those are the people that come up. We do duels battles between the Knights of Degen stables that they have.
The opportunities of what we can do on this show are endless. And if this isn't proof enough, guys, we didn't come in here with us, oh, it's only a 30-minute show. Oh, it's an hour show. I mean, we're at 2 hours, guys. You know, if you're willing to hang out with us, we're going to do it anyways.
The exciting thing is I've seen what we're trying to do with the Knights of Degen already in the Zed space. Like my buddy Lucky Jack, my buddy Al Hambren. They've built up big enough stables where now they have jockeys running for them. And they have a great community that's almost like an NFT community in itself without actually being one. So like the Knights of Degen doing this is just, it's so seamless, and it would be like a community within the community that when you're building something as wide as KOD is, you're going to have those subsectors if you get as big. And Zed just makes complete sense because then you say, a selling point for KOD is we have these horses where look how much money the average person renting them from us is making. Like, come get involved. It's an income maker. It's an income stream. Plus the content side of it is like,
the community engagement and how we can get them involved is so huge. You know, I mean, it's a no-brainer, and I'm glad that this is the first episode. We've been working on it for a minute, and we're pulling it off. And, you know, we've got a group of DJs in the chat that are all excited to be doing this, which is always great. Look at that. Look at that. Metaverse giving us love. Oh, thank you. I feel like I should do the heart, you know. There you go. What do you think, guys? We do one more race and we call it a night?
Let's do it. I just put it in at 2,600.
All right, 2,600.
If it both flames at 2,600 again.
I mean,
but we're in a safe space right now. This horse may just not be good. Like, we'll just say, and I'll be very upfront with that. This horse may just suck, and that's okay. And most of the horses that we have on the track per se probably won't be killers. But when you get the stable the size of that we're looking to grow over time by
Yeah.
making money over time, you put in enough that over the course of 2-3 hour stream, we can just show winners. And the ones that we just put to the side, like Her Majesty for breeding potentially,
Right.
that's the other stuff that you see encapsulated in Dylan's spreadsheet that at some point, now we're just tracking racing. How about when we identify
Start
breeders,
tracking breeding.
and we start selling bred horses or horses that we race on stream?
So
Kind of-
Zook,
we run through their time and we sell those as well.
do we, while we're waiting for this race to start, should we start thinking of, you know, what that segment would be called when we're highlighting the ones that are best to breed with? I mean, obviously there has to be some sort of pimpage included in that name, right? I mean, if we're just pimping out our horses to make babies, I mean, there's a lot we can do there. Maybe we put it up to the community.
We could do like I've always thought about throwing like a bachelor type show where like
with the horses.
For our horse, like, look, we have Her Majesty, and we say to the community, bring us your 12 Genesis horses. And they come up here one by one, sell them.
And we interview them for the horse.
And one by one, we hand roses to people. It's like a 3 month
All right,
show.
listen. I will back that for content 100% if you promise that if I get it covered, that we create the 3D horse and you wear the horse and they have to come pitch you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm down.
Bachelorette of Zed Run. Let's do
I'm telling
it.
you, that's so epic, and they got to come and like sell their horses as to why we should breed with them, and then we hand roses, and we also encapsulate challenges like dates are you take 2 horses and you put them in a one-on-one, and then you decide which one you want to go, and you give roses and stuff.
This is when you know you're getting close to that 1 o'clock Eastern time when it starts getting. We walked away with a new Bachelorette Zed Horse show. This is perfect.
Yo, and that's something that I would talk to Drew about potentially. Like we do that with like Queen, because if we do it with Queen, we get like top horses.
Yeah, they're gonna be lining up
with like 12 horses, and you eliminate one a week, and it's over 12 weeks. That's 3 months down the line. We're still breeding it in the interim. It doesn't stop our plans. It's just the breed 3 months from now goes to whatever horse that wins. But I think there's a chance that Queen could be the one to do that.
I think that's a good idea. I love how we're creating the new segment right now live, because the more we talk about it, like I envision where those people that are coming on, we record their voice.
Yeah,
we put
over the horse.
Video footage of I'll bring the date to life. Full videos of their date in the stable with, oh my gosh. People think they're getting dumb, all right? And we promise to make it happen. It's going to be beautiful.
And Queen is perfect. Queen is the perfect horse for that. The name, it's a good horse. Do we have, oh, damn it.
No flames.
That's okay.
Man.
It's all right.
Cowboys gotta
Yo, the firm is a Z2 knock. Genesis, this is a good horse.
Yeah,
it just sounds.
The game.
It just sounds solid.
Wait, is this its second race?
No, Siege put this one in the race. Damn, Siege put it in its Griffey, and now it's in its second race. Holy crap!
The firm, it just has.
It's got a solid start.
I want to see. This is a 2600. Let's see what it ran.
Did Pizza get in this one too?
we might be burnt.
Yo, this is a horse, a Z2 Genesis that you can't even tank during discovery. So there's some high level horses, like like Genesis horses, like Zabo and Naka Genesis. Their base ability a lot of times is too good, where you just have to go try and run the table and win. Like he'll probably race every single race at a marathon in discovery and take the free money and go up to class 1, because this is probably a horse that could potentially hang.
Makes sense. Yeah, that, like when I was messaging you all week, right, when I was racing Nighty Night and Knights of Degen, you know, I was like, that first one was which one? Nighty Night. Fell in love with that one, right? Just kept winning and winning that money. And I was like, oh, and then you're like, oh, I got into class 1. I was like, all right, well, I did that backward. All right, the race is on. Let's see. Pittsburgh Steelers is back in there. We got Sunshine Oats. Oh, you gotta love when Her Majesty comes out first right now. She's gonna have a horrible ending. Madam Pizza. Is that Sir Pizza's?
Yeah. He's been trailing
right.
on helping us fill the
Yeah.
races. I would love to end on a win.
All right, come on. This is the one. I don't know. That firm is scary. Come on, Her Majesty. Give us one to end the night for our first
Come on.
episode.
It
we
could
got a
win.
long
Like
ways
any
to go.
horse could win. Like, come on. Why not
Of
us?
course.
Why not us?
Why not? Well, for those of you in the chat, guys, make sure you let the rest of the Knights of Degen community know we're looking for a couple more people to join our Zed committee, right? That want to help race these things all day, that want to help us build the future of what this show can really be, right? I mean, look, what we were able to do in 2 hours to have a good time. Imagine all the other horses we can cover. And how nice would it be if Dylan has an entire spreadsheet that makes me have to make like 6 different graphics to show nothing but green. So if you're interested, you're here hanging out with us and some of you love to take a part of, we'd love to have you guys help us out. I mean, I don't think, Zook, am I wrong in saying the amount of stuff that we're talking about behind the scenes, guys, of what we envision for this? Like, am I understating it with it's going to be so freaking epic with what we want it to go to?
Yeah, it's going to be. If you think the metaverse is going where it's going in terms of media and Web 3.0 is going where it's going in terms of media, I think this is a concept for a show, not tooting our own horn, just talking about the concept. I think the concept of the show and the stuff we're talking about behind the scenes is gonna be one hell of a time. People tuning into us. There's so much we can do with Zed and the Knights of Degen community that we haven't even thought too long and hard about a lot of it, and we already have too much stuff.
Oh my gosh!
Weeks down the line, but it's stuff that big people from Zed I'm gonna have get involved with it. Mini tournaments, mini competitions, things that you haven't seen ever in the Zed space before, but because of some of the backing that we have in the Knights of Degen community, stuff that we can do here to put on a show and provide some entertainment and use these horses, if literally for nothing else, to have 2 hours of fun on a Friday night. And I think if we can do that each and every Friday night, then people's stables are worth the investment. And along the way,
100%.
as we've said the whole time, we'll be doing it to make money as well. So we'll never, ever, ever lose sight of that. But again, always fun as well.
So good. Well, guys, I mean, we didn't get the dub we wanted to end the night.
It's good.
But I'm
Come
happy.
back wanting more.
Yeah, it's a cliffhanger.
Right? But I'm happy. I'm excited. I think this was a great launch. I mean, for our first episode,
Yeah,
I'm already
this
at that
show's
moment.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm not saying it just to say it. Like, I'm already like, all right, cool. When's next Friday, right? Like, let's do this again. Appreciate everybody that tuned in to hang out. Guys, if you have horses you want to jump on stream with us next Friday, put them in the race with us, call them, hang out, pour a drink. This is not that show where you can't sit back, relax, and fill your chalice with some Fireball. How you doing? On that note, Zook, what do you think? Success on episode 1?
Oh, yeah. It's always a success. Like I said at the beginning of the show, when you do something you love with people that you love, playing a game. So as long as you're just hanging out with friends, playing these games, sometimes people lose sight of that when you're in the nitty gritty and around it every day. And I'm the first one that sometimes loses sight of that. We are playing games to make money. What a freaking time to be alive. And there's a lot of things going on. I don't want to get into like big general sweeping statements because nothing's perfect and there's crazy shit going on all over the place. But I consider myself blessed to be alive on this day because of how much fun I get to have doing stuff like this. And like you said, the potential of what we have planned and where this can go in this space, specifically because where Knights of Degen is going to go, it's making Zed fun again for me. So I appreciate you inviting me on. Dylan, I enjoyed hanging out with you. And this was really just a taste of where we're going with it.
Right? Yeah. It was our 2-hour pilot. Guys, I can't wait.
Discovery races to have some fun. Like, we got stuff in the works The segments you saw tonight are going to continue on. We're building out a lot more segments behind the scenes. Some that you guys have seen me do before, and we're going to bring it to Knights of Degen. Some that JiggaMan Porto, when he was drawing up this show, said these are things that I'm envisioning from it. So when we bring those things to life, what you saw here tonight, you'll quickly see our visions, because I think they're not coming in the long future. They will be here over the next few weeks.
100%. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I gotta end the night making sure that we play that pick protect.
Yeah, shout out Pick. Hey, if you're in Pittsburgh or around Pittsburgh, he has a show in a couple weeks.
Nice.
March 18th. He's opening for Big Baby Gucci.
Damn.
Ooh, solid, dude. Well, if you want info on that, hit up Space Cowboy Dylan in the Discord. Let's get it. Guys, I enjoyed every second of this. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Look forward to doing it again next Friday.
Peace.
Let's go. I just wake up in the morning, then I float. Got the window tinted on it, that's for sure. And we probably buying everything in the store. Double T on my coat. No, I can never go broke. Tonight we ride. Tonight we go ride for the folks. You will slide. We on the side with the goats. I'm up in my praise. I'ma just get it.